long as we want to. Today we are visiting with Bobby and Melinda Murray. They are about two members here at Second who are about to start a new life group. Welcome, you two.
Hello.
Hi. Aren't they adorable? So tell us about the life group you'll be leading, where it's going to be, when it's going to be, how much is admission. Okay, it's free. Just kind of tell us a little bit about it.
Okay. We are starting a life group on considering adoption, a biblical perspective. We are beginning the life group on November 17th. We're starting at 5 o'clock, and Bobby and I have opened our home to it, so it'll be at our house. It should be approximately 7 weeks long, and anybody of any age is welcome to come.
Amen. Very good. That sounds great. Tell me, why this study, though? What led you to this one in particular, Bobby?
Well, Melinda and I are actually in the process of adopting our own child right now. As a matter of fact, we are happy to announce that just the other day we hand-delivered our paperwork to get it all going. And in our experience so far, we have found that the adoption process can be very overwhelming. It can be a very overwhelming experience, and especially as Christians, we struggle to have our questions, fears, and uncertainties addressed adequately from a biblical perspective.
Very good. Thank you. I was kind of looking, I better look at my sheet and see where I'm at here. That's great. Let me ask this. Why this, Melinda, why this particular study? Why would you want to do this one called Considering Adoption, a Biblical Perspective?
Well, Pastor Dave, we believe with this life group, the discussions will remove some of those obstacles that Bobby had mentioned as we seek God's will in this area. We chose this particular study guide because it is a biblical perspective and includes scriptures and God's view on how important adoption is. And as Galatians 4 states,
But when the right time came, God sent his son, born of a woman, subject to the law. God sent him to buy freedom for us, who were slaves to the law, so that he could adopt us as his very own children.
Amen. Well, that sounds real good. We're excited for you guys. I was looking at the book earlier. I hope you don't mind. I'll give it back, I promise. But I saw some of the studies y'all are going to be doing, starting the adoption dialogue, the heart of God, addressing concerns, making a decision, and then there's one even called obedience. Give us kind of your final thoughts on this whole study.
well, Pastor Dave, this study is going to be great, especially because of the lessons that you just mentioned. It hits all the very important areas in considering adoption, including the last lesson, which is obedience. We need to realize that God calls all of us to care for the orphan, whether it be through volunteering, donating to organizations, or even adoption. You see, adoption is a topic that some people believe isn't for them, much like my husband once felt. But really, once you stop and pray and let God guide you, this special journey can be a very rewarding experience.
Thank you very much. So there you have it, you guys. If you're interested in this, it begins next week. You can use one of your Connect cards, sign up for it. If you have any questions about adoption, becoming foster parents, anything like that, get with Bobby or Melinda. They can answer any questions you might have. And be in prayer for them, be in prayer for anyone who might become a part of this group, okay? So there we have our very first ever Life Group Minute. What do you say?